Now, let's take a quick look at the last piece of the puzzle, the Meta Rewind. Now, as you're using Meta is working in the background, creating a very unique view of everything you did on this machine. It's kind of our effort to allow users to fully capture their digital lives. All the tasks they worked on, everything they did, all of their breakthroughs in a very, very accessible way. And for now, maybe you can think of it as an insurance plan for everything you did on this machine. If you've seen it, it's in there. To make that possible, we've created some amazing technology that allows Meta to do this with almost zero CPU and very little storage. But let me show you what it looks like. So take your mouse, move it down to the Meta icon, and clicking on this, I enter the rewind. The rewind is might take a little bit getting used to, but you can move in time in here. So using your two fingers, so back and forth like this on your trackpad, will kind of show you what I've been up to this whole day. All of my interactions are here. If you've got a magic mouse, you can use it and scrub horizontally like this, as you can see in the little video. You've got the timeline down here, segments, and our time ruler. There's a lot more to see, but for that, we're going to switch to my personal machine. And we're back. Okay, so this is on my machine now, and as you can see, my Meta icon looks slightly different. There's an actual styling section up here where you can choose your own Meta icon, and you might also notice that some of the features in my list will not show up in yours. You know, it might be a sign of things to come. Let's jump back into the rewind. So you can look at something you just did, like me working through this React Native work, or you can start zooming out and look at the whole inception of a specific project. So this is the week, this is December, this is 2020. Let's move to November 2020 just to give you a little hint of some of these features. As you can see, I make ample use of the annotation and tagging feature, which is just awesome because I can just tag and annotate without having to leave my workflow, and it's all within my rewind. But what we're going to look at is something even further in the past, 2019. So we're going to take one of these moments, and incidentally, it's one of our early calls on some Meta Spaces work we've been doing. So some of the Meta Spaces early designs that we've been playing around with. How do we get back to now? We use the time pill, click here to jump to now, click it, and we're back. There's also a way to search through your rewind, which is opening the search, typing in your keyword, and here we are. So with the documents and with the things I see in the rewind, there's actual ways to interact with them. I can go and click a line of text, and it'll be available for me to work with. I can also go and select the X-ray icon, and you can see that it highlights the whole window, and I can use this to recreate the whole window with all of its tabs at the right position. It's pretty awesome. So let's get out of here. And this is the way you close it. Before we close, one last thing. A lot of the functionality is also available through this Cog Wheel. So you can see how to hide the controls, that show the shortcuts, load the latest frames, delete a frame, and more. That's it. Now, we actually just scratched the surface of what's possible with Rewind, but we were super excited to be able to put this technology in your hands and have you play around with it and just come back with your feedback and your feature requests and what if it could do this. And I'm also super grateful that you took the time to work through this tutorial with me. And as I mentioned, if you have any feedback, we actually have a feedback page, feedback.gometa.com. But if you want to reach out directly to me, I'll post my email and Twitter contacts on one of these sites. And I'm Ali, we're Meta, and see you on the other side.